on one second. It's kind of hot in here. Let me just get this off. Use the beer with these. Oh my God. Did I jack it off?
Hey, pal.
What happened here? Okay, got my zipper. Here we go. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, this feels a lot better. Whew. Okay. I know, you all laughing because nobody knows I'm a lesbian. I was actually one of the first ones to find out last, actually. I found out last. And what happened to me was, I was in a bar, and it was just me, the bartender, and this nice looking lady. And I said to the bartender, "Excuse me, sir," I said, "I'd like to buy that lady a drink over there." He says, "Don't waste your money, mate." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "She's a lesbian." Well, I was from a small town, and I didn't know what a lesbian was. So I said, I didn't want to look at her. I said, "That's okay, get her a drink." He says, "It's your money, buddy, whatever." So he went over there and gave her a drink, pointed to me. The lady smiled at me and thanked me. So I walked up to her and I said, "Hi, how you doing? I'm Dre." He goes, "Hi, Dre." She goes, "I'm Tim." He says, "Thank you very much for the drink." I said, "Oh, you're quite welcome." I said, the bartender told me you're a lesbian." She goes, "Yes, that's right." I said, "I really don't know what a lesbian does." So she went into this graphic detail telling me what lesbians do. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. I mean, you name it, and I was just like, holy cow. So I went back to the bar, and I was shaking, and I actually started crying. The bartender came up to me and says, "Hey, buddy, you all right? What's the problem?" I said, "I just found out I'm a lesbian, too." But, oh, man, what's going on here? Let's see. I was just sitting there talking in the bar next door, and I happened to hear these two ladies talking, and they were actually telling me that they felt that the NFL, that women should be allowed to play in the NFL. How many people think that women should be allowed? By show of hands, ladies, if you're tough enough to play in the NFL. Anybody think so? Now, I don't have a problem with it, but did you ever stop to think what it would sound like on TV? Okay, get home, turn on the television, and you hear the announcer's voice. Now the announcers always have those deep voices. Look at me, he goes, "Redskins have the ball down the 5-yard line. In comes Sally Myers, the running back. There's the handoff. She's got a big hole up the middle. Oh. And look at the penetration she's getting." That's right, Phil. She got sacked by the entire 49ers front four last week. Yeah, she apparently came in as a tight end, and she's now a wide receiver. You guys are a good crowd. Give yourselves a clap, man. All right, man. I like that. You know, talking about the NFL, Michael Vick's back with the Eagles. Any Eagles fans here? Now, you know what? I mean, I'm glad the guy came back and stuff like that, because personally, I know everybody remembers Michael Vick with the animal cruelty thing, but I personally think he got a bad rap on that, and I'll tell you why. He's not the only celebrity to do something cruel to animals. I mean, I'm against cruelty to animals, but he's not the only celebrity. Does anybody remember Richard Gere? I mean, I don't know if it's a folklore legend or what, but apparently Richard Gere took a gerbil and put it in his butt. Now, if that's not animal cruelty, I don't know what is, okay? I mean, you made a little thing like this, digging through the thing, but Michael Vick may have done a lot of things, but he never shoved a pit bull up his ass. And if he did, respect. I love sports and stuff like that. Oh, I gotta tell you, the other day, I was in California. I travel a lot, doing comedy and stuff like that, and I was doing a show in San Francisco, and all of a sudden, there was this big fire. Fire trucks were going by and stuff like that, and Jerry Rice, you guys remember Jerry Rice? All right, well, he happened to see the fire trucks going, and Jerry's a really good citizen. So he started running after the fire trucks to see where they were going. Well, there's this high-rise that was on fire, and the hook and ladders, they couldn't reach the top. And there was this lady holding her baby on the very top floor, and the fire department had their nets out, and there's a crowd of people watching, the flames were getting higher, and they were yelling, "Baby," they're like, "Lady, throw the baby, throw the baby." She goes, "No, no, no." So Jerry Rice ran up to him, and he yelled, "For God's sake, lady," he says, "you ain't got much time." He says, "The fire's burning." He says, "I'm Jerry Rice, I played for the 49ers. I had the best pair of hands in the NFL. I never dropped one pass. Throw the baby." So the lady hesitated, and she threw the baby, and the baby started falling and falling, and it was out in the distance. Jerry started running for the baby. The people were watching, and all of a sudden, just before the baby hit the ground, Jerry Rice scooped it up And the people went, yeah! And Jerry went, all right! Oh, yeah. Speaking of football, I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but Tampa Bay and the Packers are actually going to merge next year. They're going to call themselves the Tampacks. I love sports, I really do. My wife and I were recently in Amsterdam, and tell you what, they got some weird tours in Amsterdam. They really do. They had this one tour, if you can believe it, at the hotel. They go to a tennis match. And that sounded like fun. You know, it was an indoor tennis match, big indoor stadium. But it was also included was a sex tour, live sex tour. I mean, you know, it was a live sex show. So I said to my wife, what do you think, honey? She said, let's do it. So we got the tickets, went to the tennis match. Now, I don't know how many of you have been to a tennis match before, but we were sitting right by center where the pole is. So we're on both sides, and you watch the people playing tennis, you're watching the heads go back and forth. Then we went to the live sex show, and the heads were going like this. A lot of stuff in the news, man, a lot of stuff in the news. I was watching the news, I can't believe President Obama, man, he's already running for re-election. It's already been almost 4 years. And, you know, I remember when he was first running for president, there were a lot of white people out there saying, you know, man, if Obama gets elected, man, I'm moving to Mexico. Now, you know the Mexican people were saying, gringo, you don't want it's not your country. You want to come to our country? You built the wall, now you climb it. It's true. It's true, yeah. And speaking of which, as president, what's that?
It's not a wall, it's a fence.
It's a fence, okay. Okay, I'll stand corrected. I'll stand corrected. All right. Have you tried climbing it, or?
He did.
You did, huh? All right. You know, as President of the United States, one of the neat things that you do is you get to travel all over the world on Air Force One. Beautiful jet, you know, all the luxuries of the Oval Office. And of course, when you go to other countries, you're going to meet the dignitaries of all those countries. Queens, presidents, chiefs, all those kind of people, emperors. So, of course, each country has different customs. And it's very important for the president to know what to do, the correct thing to do. And he has aides. Their sole job is, before the president makes a trip to a certain country, to study the customs and inform the president what he must do. For instance, when you go to England, what do you do when you see the Queen? You bow if you're a guy, you curtsy if you're a woman. If you go to France, you meet the French president, you kiss him on both cheeks, preferably these cheeks. But it's politics, you know, so they're probably used to getting kissed on these cheeks too. Of course, then you go to like Japan, and you bow. Very important. You don't shake hands. It's considered very rude. You go to India, you give flowers. You go to Bali, you give Malay. And I was thinking the other day, can you imagine going to a country where the local custom was you had to suck the guy's dick? You know? It's like, holy shit. I mean, can you imagine Obama getting over there and he's going, Your Royal Highness, it's very nice to meet you, I'm Barack Obama. What's the custom over here? Suck what? He expects you to suck his dick, sir. Your Royal Highness, I'd like you to meet my Vice President, Joe Biden. Joe, come on over here and say hello to the Royal Highness. You may want to bring your toothbrush and some scope with you. I actually live in Florida. I'm married to a Colombian woman. We have any Latino people here? Yeah, all right, man. I tell you what, it's really funny on my side of the family because I'm what they call it gringo. And the big difference between gringos and Latinos. Because if you call a gringo at 2 o'clock in the morning, he'll go, dude, man, are you crazy? You know what time it is, man? It's like 2 in the morning. But you call Latino up at 2 in the morning, you hear, hey man, come on over, man, we got the tequila, man, we're having a good time. But by the same token, you call Latino at 2 in the afternoon, he's gonna go, dude, you know what time it is? Yeah, I like marriage so much, I've done it twice. I told my wife if I ever get married again, I'm gonna marry my sister-in-law, just so I don't have to break in a new mother-in-law. She actually got upset with me. She actually got upset with me because the other day was my mother-in-law's birthday. And last year for my mother-in-law's birthday, I bought her a cemetery plot. So my wife says to me, well, what are you going to get my mother this year? I said, nothing. She goes, why? She said, she didn't use what I got her last year.